Hello, Worcester State. My name is Fatuma, and today I'm joined by the president of the Fiber Arts Club.
Hello, I'm Alyson. I am the president of the Fiber Arts Circle here at Worcester State. I'm a junior this year, but I've been the president for 2 years. This is my second year in the position.
What does your club do?
So Fiber Arts Circle is a club that promotes community through crafting. So we knit, we crochet, we cross stitch, we sew, we embroider, we do a bunch of different fiber arts related activities. We try to be as accessible as we can be. So if you're somebody who can't crochet, maybe you're not able to use that fine motor or graphs as tightly, we have like tote bag decorating where you can stamp or you can paint. So we have a bunch of different options for everybody on campus to promote just community through crafting.
Do you guys do weekly meetings?
We do. So we have weekly meetings on Tuesdays from 2:30 to 4:30 in the student org suite. That's located in the student center right on the 3rd floor. So it's that big glass room that you can see a bunch of people with yarn basically. And that's where we're meeting. Generally we stay even later than our meeting time. We have people who stay till like 7 or 8 and like just chat and continue to craft. But that is our like assigned checked out time.
Do you guys do events?
We do. So we do mostly pickup events. So we're doing like tie-dyeing, if you want to tie-dye clothes. So we're trying to do like sustainability through tie-dye, where we're making our own dyes through sustainable fashions. And then we're going to bring like clothes that you want to give a new life to. You can come tie-dye those. We're also doing a food and clothing drive through this semester. We're trying to schedule it now with Ilsdild, but I think it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before Thanksgiving so that we can give back to our community in that capacity. And then we have a few like drop-by events where it's an hour or two where you're crafting. Again, we have the tote bag decorating, we have needle felting, and then we have like learn to crochet, learn to knit events throughout the semester and year as well.
Oh wow, that's impressive. Do you guys collaborate with other clubs?
So we are actively trying right now to collaborate with other clubs. Right now, one of the ideas that our e-board member has brought up is collaborating with ISA. So we're trying to get fabrics from all around the world and have different cultures make a different design based on where they're from. And then we're gonna crochet it or like quilt it into like a big blanket that we can display all around campus. So like maybe different clubs like BSU could do a quilt, or ISA, or LGBTQ plus IA, like each different organization can do a quilt that then our club can promote and help them put it all together.
Oh, that's so cool. Is this open to any students or is it just mainly clubs?
No, so Fiber Arts Circle is actually open to anybody involved in the Worcester State community. So we are trying to promote it to professors as well as students. We're trying to get like a multi-generational conversation going regarding Worcester State and just crafting in general, because crafting is kind of dying down as a hobby.
Yeah.
A lot of people are losing the arts of just arts in general, but also just fiber arts in like knitting, crocheting, learning those intricate patterns in lace work and stuff like that. So trying to get those multi-generational relationships, especially with students and professors, where we can learn from one another and learn and develop those skills is something that is one of our main goals.
Oh, that's so cool. What benefits come with being involved with a club?
I would say having that social connection, but then also networking opportunities. I don't want to say it like that, but that's like something that you can gain by being a part of a club. So social connection with your peers. A lot of Fiber Arts Circle is just us talking about our experience as students.
Yeah.
So even last year when we had freshmen coming in, like setting up their schedule for a spring semester, we had our upperclassmen sit down with them depending on their major and work on like what schedule would be best for you, how are we getting you to meet these prerequisites, stuff like that. But then we also have like networking with other clubs. So I, as an e-board member, now know every other e-board member on the Worcester State campus. So it's just increased my community a whole lot, because even if we're not talking every single time we see each other, I'm waving in the hallway or we're talking, like having a quick chat at like a different event. So it's just increased my social circle a whole bunch, and I think that even joining the club as a general member gives you an opportunity to just increase your presence here on Worcester State, and it gives you a reason to stay here as well.
Oh, that's great. As a freshman, why is it important to be involved in clubs?
I think it gets you either out of your house or out of your room, and it gives you, again, that reason to be on campus. Because if you're just coming to class, it's a lot harder to maintain your roots here at Worcester State. And I think that by attending clubs or attending different like social events, you have a reason to now go with friends and go to this club where you're creating these new connections with different people. And you are now like connecting with Worcester State in the community in a way that you would not be doing if you didn't attend clubs and events. And so you're able to experience Worcester State in a different capacity than just academics. You're involved in the organization and involvement aspect of it as well.
Yeah. How does your club promote social relationships?
I think just by the nature of our club, because we're just a circle of people who crochet and knit and like sew and embroider, we're all in different groups. So we have small conversations, and then we also have large conversations, and the club was built off of the fact that we're going to be crafting and talking. And so our social participation just kind of accrues as we go along in our meeting. But I think that just showing up, and even if you're not directly contributing to the conversation, you're still witnessing, you're still laughing at all the jokes, like you're getting involved in that social connection. And then, like, again, just seeing people in the hallway. Like, now that I know your face, if you showed up to Fiber Arts Circle once, I'm going to be waving at you in the hallway now. So it's just like establishing you to campus a little bit more.
What goals do you have to improve your club this year?
So our goal this year, last year as a new e-board, because we had primarily sophomores on our e-board, we were trying to do recruitment and getting more people involved in our club and organization. Now I feel like our membership is so strong that we're trying to do more community outreach and more community improvement. So we're trying to get guest speakers in this year to speak about accessibility regarding fiber arts, like how can we adapt what we're doing to make it more accessible for our community, and then also advocacy in fiber arts, because in a lot of social movements, fiber arts in general have been used as a protest symbol, and with today's current political climate, how can we use fiber arts as a way to advocate for those who need a little bit more support? And then we're also trying to do, again, with the community improvement, a food and clothing drive. That's been something that's been on our goal list for years. We've been trying to narrow down where we're going. So we've narrowed it down to 3 different charities that we want to focus in on, and we're trying to give our resources to these events. And we're also trying to promote Thea's Pantry as a place that students can access on campus as a resource.
Are you thinking of any specific advocate speakers?
So our advisor, Rita Mukherjee, who is a part of our Women, Gender, Sexuality department, she is a part of a Worcester organization that is local in their, I don't remember, I think it's Love Your Labels is what it's called, and it's a LGBTQ fashion and textile place where it's teaching LGBT youth how to sew and crochet and do all the things to make the fashion. And so that is something that we're trying to incorporate in, so we have a few more people who are advocating for teaching fiber arts.
How does your club help students get in touch with their artistic side?
I would say that we have so many different options that if a craft doesn't work for you, if you don't feel creative doing that craft, you can always try something else and find something that works for you. And I think art is so objective or subjective, where you can't really determine what is and is not art. It can be functional, it can also be art. So when you're making a hat, what classifies that as not being art? I think that everything that you're putting your time and your effort in and your attention in can be classified as being creative and being art, because you're taking the time, you're thinking about it, and you're really putting that intention into making that piece.
Is there one very popular art style in your club, or is it a wide variety of everything?
I'd say right now our 2 most popular are crocheting and embroidery. So crocheting is with a hook and a ball of yarn, and you're just doing loops and pulling the hook through that loop to create a different design and pattern. And then embroidery is when you take a needle and you just sew that design directly onto a piece of fabric.
How can someone join your club?
Just show up or email us. So we have an email, WSU at Worcester, fiberartscircle@wsu.edu. And you can just show up to our meeting at 2:30. You'll be welcome there. Or you can email us and say, hey, I'm interested. And then you'll be put on our email list, and you'll get updates about our activities and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is Fatuma and
Alyson.
Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
Have a good day. Bye.
Are we done?